Hello everybody, I'm James Ever of The Good, The Meh, and The Ugly, and here's my spoiler-free review of Drop. This film follows a widowed mother whose date turns upside down when she receives drops on her phone that require her to kill her date to save her son. My overall thoughts to the film is that it's a good time. It's nowhere near perfect, it's messy in some aspects, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. Now moving on to the good. What I did like about the film, what I thought was done well. My biggest compliment I can give to the movie is that it's simply very entertaining. There's a tense scene after a tense scene after a tense scene. Even when there's a slow moment, it picks right back up where it left off. It is very entertaining and you're always on the edge of your seat, seeing if they can get out of this situation or if they can do this or if they can do that. And it's always very fun. It never leaves you bored. Another great thing about the movie is that the casting here, even though it's small with not a lot of big names, is very good. Our two leads on the date are very good together. They have a great chemistry and dynamic with each other. Our main lead can still pull off this hectic thriller vibe of trying to decipher what's happening here and see what's happening there, but she can still balance the tone of the bad date movie, and she's still very charming. The other lead in here, who is the guy on the date, he's pretty good in the movie. He has this really likable persona that makes you really want to root for these characters and see them succeed throughout the movie. Like I said, it's not a huge cast. There's not a lot of characters, but some of the side characters in here are really fun. There's like a waiter in here that I thought was pretty funny. There's a bartender, a piano player, and they all really complement the main actors very well. Now moving on to the meh. I thought was just decent. Nothing atrocious, but nothing fantastic. Just right in the middle. I feel conflicted on the ending, because on one hand, it wraps everything up very well and ties up some loose ends and gives the audience what they've been craving throughout the movie. But the way it gets there and the scenes before it make absolutely no sense. There's a big action sequence right near the end of the movie, and it's a big swing for the fences kind of big action scene, but this movie prior sets up a more grounded tone, just a pretty straightforward thriller, and then it goes full 180 off the rails and kind of takes away what made some of the movie special, which was this pretty small thriller of just seeing these people try to get out of what's going on here. And that can work a lot of times, but with this movie, I didn't feel like it was the right choice. And there's some big plot holes near the end of the film that could have been fixed pretty easily. Now moving on to the ugly. What I did not like about the film, what I thought was done poorly. And my biggest complaint or gripe with the movie is that for you to get on board with the film, for you to really, really have a great time with it, you have to completely suspend your disbelief. You have to just turn your brain off and let it guide you. Because if you even try to think about these scenes a little bit and try to decipher what's going on here, what's happening there, it pretty quickly all crumbles and falls apart. Because the script in here is not tight enough. It has a lot of loose ends here, a lot of plot holes here, and there's a lot of gaps in logic here and there, which could have been fixed with more of a rhyme and a reason to it, and more of a backbone to it. And you could still enjoy this movie, but there's this big sense of overlooming kind of feeling of, that doesn't make sense. How did that get there? How did she do this? How did he get that? And a lot of it just feels kind of undermined by a lot of these big plot holes. I still enjoyed it. It was fun. Not perfect by any means, but I still had a good time with it. I'd give it a 6 out of 10, and thank you for watching The Good, The Meh, and The Ugly. Bye-bye.